The influencer at number 10 is Sheikah Official. She's a former musician and she grew up agnostic and atheist, and she was someone who got married at the age of 18 years old, and she stayed married to her first husband till the age of 25. Now, she didn't know any Muslims growing up, and she started having great success in her music career, and she performed on stage with some pretty big names. But there was one particular incident that happened at a music event, and this unfortunate incident led her to the point of wanting to end her own life. Now, it was her mother who intervened with prayer for her and told her to also pray, and it was that exact moment where her pain from her past completely left her, she says. Now she makes videos on various social media platforms with her husband named Mohammed for entertainment and educational purposes, and also gives her viewers insight into their lives as a married couple. Kshama Meridian comes next. She's an Australian YouTuber and Instagrammer who posts a lot of makeup, fashion, and lifestyle content. She describes herself as being a very open person, and she's in the past explored other religions like Christianity and Judaism, but for some reason they didn't really click for her, so she kind of stopped looking into those religions. But for some reason though, it was Islam that really spoke to her heart. Her partner, who is a Muslim, helped guide her in her fascination with Islam. And it was about 6 months into her in-depth study and research and watching lectures about Islam. That's when she took her Shahada, which is the profession of faith, because she believed that Islam answered all of her questions, like what would happen when you die. And for her, the answers that Islam provided was satisfactory for her. Next up at number 8, we have Rosie Gabrielle. She's a Canadian solo traveler, and she spent many of her years exploring Pakistan, and that's where she really ended up converting to Islam. Rosie says that she quit her job and she decided to live a life following what she's passionate about, and part of that passion was traveling. She gives big thanks to the people of Pakistan for helping her with the pain and the distress that she had been facing for years, to the point where she was just crying. She even made a video where she broke down in tears on camera. But now she says that she is completely free and at peace. Next up, let's look at Jay Palfrey. Jay Palfrey, who is he? Well, he's a British vlogger whose channel is growing pretty fast, actually. At the time of recording this video, he is just over 900,000 subscribers, well on his way to 1 million subscribers. And his videos, as you can imagine, have reached millions of people across the world. He started his YouTube channel back in January of 2017, and he started uploading videos in April of 2019. So it took him a little while to really get on the YouTube bandwagon, but he started uploading travel vlogs and reaction videos too, and he traveled to Istanbul, Turkey, India, Romania, and various other countries. And when he converted, he uploaded a video where he took his Shahada, the profession of faith in Islam, in Turkey on August 16th, 2020. Number 6 brings us to Aisha Rosalie. Now, she is a British YouTuber as well, and she became very popular after she converted to Islam. She got a job when she was completing her higher studies in London, England, and then after that she decided to move to LA in the United States, and that's when she really began to train herself to become a professional actor. But that was pretty short-lived, and one day she decided that, she just wants to go visit some other countries, get away from America for a bit. And Turkey was the first country on her list. So when she went to Istanbul, Turkey, that's where her interest in Islam really began. Now, Mufti Menk was the first scholar that she started to listen to as a non-Muslim, and she credits his talks and lectures to be the thing that actually made a big difference for her when it came to converting to Islam. Number 5, in at this spot is Aslima. Eileen Lahi, who goes by the username Aslima, she is an Instagram star and a YouTuber from the country of Estonia. I don't know too many people from Estonia. As a matter of fact, I don't think I can recall one off the top of my head right now. Either way, she usually posts selfies and travel photos and pictures of her family while donning modest strict clothing. And now you'll also find travel vlogs on her YouTube channel and videos where she shares her faith. Her journey to Islam started at the age of 14 years old, but she was not raised in any particular religion though. Young's World comes in at number 4. Now, he was a strict Christian growing up in a very strict Christian household. Like, his entire family was heavily involved in the church. He's from South Korea and he launched his YouTube channel in 2019, and you'll find some pretty funny reaction videos and skits. But you see, due to some crimes that were actually committed in several churches when he used to attend, and also the fact that he noticed so many Christians were not practicing their faith at all, well, that really turned him off from religion in general, and he got to the point where he just didn't want to follow any religion. But after he began YouTube and began to seek God on his own, he was actually urged by his fans to explore and embrace Islam. And when he became Muslim, he didn't even want to tell his friends and family, but now he's a lot more public with his faith. Mr. Watwa comes in at number 3. Abdullahi Uni, also known as Mr. Watwa on social media, he has a fast-growing YouTube channel, and he actually converted to Islam after 2 years of doing research and studying. Originally, he was from the country of Nigeria, and he comes from a Catholic background, and the majority of his videos you'll find are vlogs and reaction videos. As a matter of fact, he's even reacted to some of our videos on FTD Facts in the past. Like, take for instance our Facts About Hinduism video where he did a reaction to. This group of texts are known as Vedas. Vedas are also called Surti. Unlike other religious texts, the more and more he viewed content on religion, especially on Islam, well, his beliefs and views started to shift as he questioned his Catholic beliefs. Fans were really happy when he announced on YouTube that he took his Shahada and officially became a Muslim. And now, this guy has such a great personality, he's always in a good mood, and honestly, I would have to say that watching his videos leaves me in a good mood, and I'm sure it'll do the same for you as well. The influencer at number 2 is Dawood Kim. Dawood Kim, he's a famous Korean YouTuber, and his name is J. David Kim, also known as Dawood Kim. He declared that he converted to Islam, and he actually grew up Christian, but after spending quite a bit of time looking into and examining Islam for himself, he decided that it was the religion that he wanted to choose to practice. Now, after becoming Muslim, he changed his name to Dawood Kim, and Dawood is the Arabic pronunciation of the name David. When it comes to converting to Islam, he says this in his own words, and I quote, "I'm so happy. Actually, I'm so happy. There are some hardships and difficulties in Korea as a Muslim, but instead of that, I am so happy because so many Muslims in Korea said congratulations." And finally, we end off this episode with number 1. This one was the most surprising for me, Ali Dawah. Ali Dawah, he is a very popular Muslim YouTuber. He's a content creator from Turkey whose videos help spread the message of Islam as well as inspire young people. Ali Dawah comes from a Shia and agnostic household, and they never really practiced their religious beliefs or anything. And surprisingly, in his teenage years, he was involved with gangs. And it wasn't until he moved in with his dad and started hanging out with a new group of friends that his life started to turn around. Ali is a student of comparative religion, and because of that, he has a whole catalog of videos that aim to raise awareness on topics related to religion and how you can compare them and come to your own conclusions. He's a staunch promoter of Islam, and his videos really embody the passion that he has for people wanting to know about the religion of Islam. Coming in at the number 10 spot is Nur Fazura. With 5.7 million followers, Nur comes in at the number 10 spot. Her content is mostly based on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Nur Fazura, she is a Malaysian actress, singer, television host, VJ, as well as an entrepreneur. Malaysians are familiar with her for her TV show Teen's World and her film Bikara Hati. And this was a big success, and it earned her an award nomination. This lovely mother has influenced her followers through her regular beauty reviews, amazing fashion sense, as well as her luxurious lifestyle. Not only is she well known as a celebrity, but she's also built an empire herself, launching her cosmetics and skincare line as well as an online fashion store. In at the number 9 spot, we have Madame Amraya. Amraya has a family of 6 million Instagram followers. And Amraya Rosli, she is well known in Malaysia, and she also gained a lot of popularity in Indonesia following the broadcast of her Ramadan TV series on MNC TV. Her flawless appearance, her big smile, and soulful eyes really captivate her fan base. Her celebrity status helped her gain a lot of attention on social media also. She has collaborated with well-known Malaysian brands such as Flavets, Just Fit, as well as the Duck Group. She has also worked with global brands such as Garnier and Softland. Moving on to number 8, we have Shah Aliyah. She is a model, actress, and a TV host from Malaysia, and she became popular when she starred as the lead character, Dania, in the popular 3-season TV series on Dania. Her popularity skyrocketed after marrying Awal Ashari, who's also a Malaysian actor, TV host, and model, and she has over 6 million followers on Instagram. As a mother of 2, she enjoys sharing her children's development and family vacations. She also shares her expensive looking outfits on Instagram, and because of her large fan base, she has been approached by high-end brands such as Gucci, Valentino, Tom Ford, Louis Vuitton, and Versace to collaborate on influencer marketing campaigns. Coming in at number 7, we have Hanis Zalaika. Hanis Zalaika is a Malaysian blogger, model, television presenter, and actress, and her popularity really skyrocketed through the roof after marrying Harul Azrin, and they have 2 children. And now currently she has over 6 million followers. Her own reality show, My Little Heroes, Yusuf and Bujbu, was based on her 2 children, and she shares her family's precious moments on her feed, from playing to eating to traveling together. And aside from that, there are some reviews of beauty and children's products that she does, and she also previously worked on Instagram influencer marketing campaigns for Cadbury as well as Oppo. She is also very well known not only as a celebrity, but also she's established her own online fashion business, Cakeness, and has become the face of Toujours Advanced Malaysia. Continuing now at number 6, we have Yana Nick. She is a Malaysian actress, singer, host, and director who got her start in TV shows like Syurga Nur, Kau Aku Kita, as well as My Coffee Prince. Yana, she enjoys sharing sneak peeks of her most recent series as well as promotional content from popular brands such as Toyota, Dior, Tom Ford, Louis Vuitton, as well as many others. Aside from that, she enjoys uploading cooking tutorials that make you really want to eat some delicious food. And if you guys know me already, you know that eating delicious food is one of my favorite things to do. Yana now has over 6.2 million Instagram followers, making her one of the platform's most popular influencers. Coming in at number 5, we have Mira Filzah. Because of her face, her wit, her skills, the actress, lawyer, and model and entrepreneur has a large number of Instagram followers. Her social media family has grown to 7.3 million followers, and she posts about her daily skincare routines, her favorite makeup brands, travel adventures, and TV show updates can all be found on her feed online. She also shares brand promotion content ranging from the food industry to the tech industry, and Mira also has her own cosmetic line, Mora Essentials. She also has her own shawl brand, MF Shawls. Number 4 takes us to Naura Danish. Naura Danish, she is well known in Malaysia. She's an actress, rapper, singer, TV personality, a model, as well as an entrepreneur. And she rose to prominence after appearing in the comedy sitcom Puteri. Naura, she has now broadened her horizons by amassing a sizable Instagram following. Now, this stunning mother, she inspires her fans with her impeccable fashion sense as well as her flawless looks in her photo shoots, and she lives a very luxurious lifestyle as well. She also enjoys posting TikTok videos, and she frequently shares beauty tips and travel experience online, and she has a community of 7.4 million followers. That's a whole lot of people. From there, let's look at Zizan Razak, the first man in this episode. Zizan Razak, with an Instagram family of 7.9 million followers. He is a comedian, an actor, a TV personality, singer, rapper, as well as he's an entrepreneur. Online, you'll notice that he enjoys updating his followers on his various different travel adventures, as well as he does a lot of charity work. And his charity work consists of assisting people in need, as well as helping abandoned animals. He shares a lot of promotional content for brands ranging from gaming, food, and skincare to his awesome hobby, car racing, of course. Now, Zizan, he has recently become interested also in night cycling. So this guy is involved in a whole lot of different stuff. Next up, at number 2, we have Siti Nurhaliza. She is a well-known Malaysian singer, songwriter, actress, and businesswoman with a social media following of around 8.8 million. She has won numerous awards both locally and internationally for her incredible voice and beauty. She has sung and recorded in various languages including Malaysian, English, and Mandarin. She enjoys posting about her precious moments with her family, and not only that, but she also influences her audience with her kindness as she enjoys donating to those in need. She recently launched her own cosmetic line, Simplicity Cosmetics, like simplicity, it's a play on words, as well as her own shawl brand, Afia by Siti Nurhaliza. Now for number 1, we have Noor Nilofa Maud Noor is definitely somebody that you need to know. She's a Malaysian actress, television host, commercial model, as well as she's a very successful businesswoman. Her popularity hit the roof after she won the title of Dewi Ramaja in a beauty queen competition. In 2017, this international trade and marketing graduate was also named on Forbes' 30 Under 30 Asia list. She developed multiple business ventures including Neelofar Hijab as well as Neelofar Group, in addition to being active in the entertainment industry. She is also very modest and she's a fashion influencer with nearly 9 million Instagram followers. Gucci is one of the luxury brands that has worked with her on influencer marketing campaigns. So let's just jump right into it, guys. Starting at number 10, we have the hybrids. And no, they're not half human, half animal kind of mixtures. The hybrids are actually real humans. They're a husband and wife duo, Aisha and Ahmed from Kuwait. Now, ever since 2014, their blog and social media accounts have captured everything from their lives, from marriage, traveling, to life in the Middle East. And now what started as just an occasional blog post actually turned into a full-time career for both of them. Ahmad and Ashia, they now work with lead fashion, lifestyle, as well as cosmetic brands from all around the world. And their popularity extends to the Islamic world outside of the Middle East, including Malaysia and Indonesia. They are couple goals right there, I don't care. Coming up next at number 9, we have Tahim Al-Falasi. Growing up, Tahim Al-Falasi was a big fan of English and American radio shows, which she used to listen to on a regular basis. She was like totally obsessed with them. Now, during her experience as a visual communications major at Zayed University, she then started to make her own shows using basic production skills that she learned all from her bedroom. Now, the Tahim Show, as it was called, was launched back in the year 2013, and then she became one of the first Emirati women to create and maintain an internet radio show, and she has found widespread success, and the Tahim Show is regarded as one of the most listened to programs in the Arab world. All done through YouTube. This girl is killing it. Okay, number 8 now brings us Najoud Al-Shamari. She's a lifestyle blogger, YouTube star, as well as Instagram famous queen from Saudi Arabia. Okay, she's not really a queen, it's just, you know, she's she's just good at what she does, so queen. She's currently based in the UAE, where she shares all of her videos related to her personal lifestyle as well as travels and some funny moments in her life, with occasionally featuring two of her other brothers. Since starting in 2015, she has earned over 1.7 million subscribers and over 100 million total video views. Dalal Al Doob comes in at number 7. She was born and raised in Kuwait City in Kuwait, and back in 2012 she started blogging on her website called Dalalid, and her content there focused a lot on her daily clothing choices as well as her makeup tips, and she also started sharing her blogs on Instagram. Shortly after that, her popularity started spreading all throughout the Gulf countries and the Arab world, and now her YouTube channel became a huge success from that, and she's never looked back since. The next channel is Jay Sajir, and Al-Juhara Sajir, known as Jay Sajir online, she has been defined as a champion and a role model for other female influencers in the Middle East. In Arabian Business, the world's most influential Arab woman in 2017, she was actually ranked number 24. And that's pretty impressive position to come in, because other government ministers and finance company CEOs were also on that list. So of course, she's definitely leaving her mark. Alright, so moving on to number 5, we have Daniela Mbaya. Now, through her vlogs and her beauty tutorials, as well as other video content that she posts, Daniela keeps it really real. Now, whether she's talking about what college students should actually do to prepare to go back to school, or if she's talking about credit scores, financing, whatever the case is, sometimes she talks about, I don't know, President Trump, as well as different shopping hacks for Muslim girls. Daniela, she's always bringing her honesty and her just lightning humor and personality to everything that she does. So she covers a lot of topics like politics, fashion, finance, like I mentioned, as well as life as a Muslim woman in general. Definitely a very fascinating, interesting channel. I highly recommend it. So trust me, you'll love her. Dina Tokyo comes in at number 4. Now, Dina and others like her are the reason for the booming $243 billion modest fashion movement happening. Like, she works alongside with some big names like Dolce & Gabbana and Zara. And since beginning her channel in 2011, Dina has become a fashion icon as well as a trailblazer. And she puts together outfits that are just complete pieces of art. This lady's talented. Next up, we have Lana Rose. So of course, we had to include her on this list. Lana Rose is a social media influencer, and she is a famous YouTube star with over 1.8 million subscribers. She's also doing big things on Instagram as well. Now, Lana Rose, she created her YouTube channel back in the year 2013, and she started posting videos about makeup tutorials and different things like that. She also loves to paint as well as loves to sing. And after she completed her education in London, she went back to Dubai and started appearing on her brother's YouTube channel, Mo Vlogs, before she branched off and created her own. Then at number 2, we have Huda Katan, and she operates the YouTube channel Huda Beauty, and she is one of the best known social media influencers in the entire Middle East. Now, she was born in Oklahoma City to Iraqi parents, and after she struggled with extreme self-image issues because of bullying that she experienced, she found a lot of solace in her makeup. Now, after moving to Dubai, she gained social media notoriety, and after her makeup tutorials and advice videos started gaining traction, she continued doing this full time. She is a highly successful businesswoman, very inspiring. She's literally one of the YouTubers that I look up to. But we've reached the number 1 spot, and that goes to Hayla Al Ghazal in this episode. Hayla Al Ghazal, she launched her YouTube channel back in 2013 when she was just 18 years old. And today she has over 7 million subscribers and over 1 billion total video views. Over time, her channel evolved to highlight specific key social issues throughout the Middle East. Now, the United Nations appoints women with inspiring and successful YouTube channels to be a change ambassador to the UN Substantial Development Action Campaign, and pays homage to the diverse amount of women that are passionate about using social media for change. She inspires a lot of people through her comedy, as well as she owns her own online shop. It specializes in bridal wear and evening gowns, and that's called Hayla Couture. So of course, this woman, she is doing absolute big things as well. And with the amount of popularity and impact that she's making, there's no doubt why she was number 1 in this episode. We have the first scholar at number 10, and that is Shabir Ali. Now, Shabir Ali is a Canadian Muslim scholar, and he's also the president of the Islamic Information and Dawah Center International in Toronto, Canada. And that's where he serves as the Imam. Now, Shabir Ali is also the founder of an online show, and it's called Let the Quran Speak. By the way, you can find his videos here on YouTube as well. He has a PhD, and his PhD thesis is on the exegesis of the Quran. And by the way, that fancy word exegesis just means explanation or interpretation. Now, I've actually attended a debate where Shabir Ali was speaking, and he was debating another Christian scholar, and I have to say that this guy was very knowledgeable, and he articulated his points really well. All around, he was a great guy.
So Ramadan is closely connected with the Quran. This is why Muslims make it a habit of reading the Quran more so in Ramadan than any other time.
Moving on now to number 9, we have Bilal Philips. His full name is Abu Amina Bilal Philips, and he's recognized for founding the Islamic Online University, and he's a Jamaican Canadian Islamic scholar. Back in the year 1972, that's when he converted to Islam, and he has translated as well as commented on various Islamic topics on over 50 published books. He completed his PhD in Islamic theology back in the year 1994 from the University of Wales. And by the way, among some of his works that he's translated were The Devil's Deception, and his co-authored works are Polygamy in Islam, Evolution of Fiqh, The Ansar Cult, The Fundamentals of Tawheed, and Hajj and Umrah according to the Quran and Sunnah. Number 8 brings us Yasmin Mogahed. Yasmin Mogahed is known for captivating her audience. She's known internationally for her motivational lectures. Now, she's a psychology graduate, and she got her master's in journalism as well as mass communications from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So, of course, that sort of speaks to how she's able to just really communicate with a massive amount of people in a very effective way. She's also the first Muslim woman to become an instructor at the Al-Maghrib Institute. So very amazing achievement for her.
When I was young, we had a lot of youth training. We used to call it MINA at that age, or YM.
And on that note, number 7 brings us Dalia Mogahed. Dalia Mogahed is an American researcher, and she's originally from Egypt. Now, she's the director of research at the Institute of Social Policy and Understanding in Washington, D.C. Just last year in 2019, she was recognized in the list of 200 people who best embody the spirit of work of Frederick Douglass, who's one of the most influential figures in history by the Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives and the Anti-Racist Research and Policy Center at American University in collaborations with The Guardian. Now, she was also selected as an advisor by the US President Barack Obama, or I should say former US President, but specifically she was an advisor on the White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. So of course, she was able to have a huge impact under the Obama administration. Number 6 brings us Omar Suleiman. Imam Omar Suleiman is the president of the Yaqeen Institute for Islamic Research, as well as a teacher of Islamic Studies at Southern Methodist University. Now, he's also the inhabitant researcher of the Valley Ranch Islamic Center. And by the way, he's also co-chair of Faith Forward Dallas at Thanksgiving Square. And that, by the way, is a multi-confidence organization together for peace and equity. And just to speak a little bit more of who he is, he's an American Muslim scholar, civil rights activist. Omar Suleiman also founded the Muslims Understanding and Helping Special Education Needs, which is a non-profit organization. He also has a series on the Quran Weekly that is published, as well as he makes contributions to the Hadith of the Day. Moving on now to the scholar at number 5, and that is Nouman Ali Khan. He's a founder of the Bayana Ustad. He's an American preacher that connects Muslims to the Quran. Now, by the way, he's taught more than 10,000 students through seminars, and this guy literally has millions of followers. He's recognized all around the world as one of the young and most influential Western Muslim scholars. Number 4 brings us Mufti Menk. I've been seeing this guy's name quite often in the comment section. You guys are asking for videos about him. Ismail Ibn Musa Menk, better known as Mufti Menk. He's a renowned Islamic preacher as well as a mufti of Zimbabwe. He's the head of the Fatwa department of the Majlisul Ulama Zimbabwe, and that's the Council of the Islamic Scholars of Zimbabwe. And he also serves as the Imam at the Masjid Al-Falah. Mufti Menk, he's a phenomenal inspirational speaker and lecturer, and he's known around the world. And one of the most inspiring things about this guy is that he really just works mainly for the joy of serving Allah. And he does this without little to no financial reward. Yusuf Estes comes in at number 3. Now, Yusuf Estes, who was born Joseph Estes back in the year 1944, and he's an American minister from Texas, and he converted from Christianity to Islam back in the year 1991. According to him, he claims to have been a Muslim chaplain for the United States Bureau of Prisons throughout the 1990s, as well as he served as a Muslim delegate to the United Nations World Peace Conference for Religious Leaders, and that was held at the UN in September 2000. Number 2 brings us Maulana Tariq Jamil, and by the way, I've done a video just dedicated to him, so that's probably going to be in the video description down below, a link to that video, as well as maybe in the card section of this episode. But either way, Tariq Jamil was born in January of 1953. He's of Pakistani descent. He's a religious and Islamic researcher, evangelist, as well as he's an open speaker. He's from the Tablighi Jamaat and a researcher who runs a madrasa in Faisalabad, Pakistan. And he was also recognized as an impactful and influential speaker in the 2013-2014 version of the book Muslim 500. We got one more Islamic scholar left, and at number 1, that is Dr. Zakir Naik. Zakir Abdul Karim Naik is an Indian Islamic evangelist as well as an author, and he's a leader of the Islamic Research Foundation. He's also the author of the Peace TV channel, where, by the way, he receives over 100 million viewers. Now, there's a lot of appeal when it comes to Dr. Zakir Naik because he actually aims to clear up misconceptions about Islam and the Quran and the Hadith. And when he does his explaining, he uses a lot of science as well. So unlike many other Islamic preachers, his lectures are actually delivered in the common language that people can understand. And he delivers them in English and not in Urdu or Arabic. Of course, English is a much wider spoken language than any of those languages.